So I thought today we'd start a little different. We're in the third day after full moon, still well within full moon influence. This is the first night that I've had a chance this weekend to do ritual. So tonight we're gonna unbox a witch's moon, walk through the Shadowland, but thought we'd start with the actual full moon and a little tour of my deck and my altar before doing the unboxing. So that's the moon. Hello, moon. And this is my deck. This is where I charge items. Oh, let's get out of the shadows. This is where I charge under the moon. You see it's very nicely set up. Those rocks were hand painted and given to us as a housewarming gift 5 years ago by my best friend's daughter. And they make perfect little protected space for anything I'm charging. I've already brought in the moon water that I charged this time, but just thought I'd share that. And this is a very dark view of the ocean. Sorry, but maybe you can hear it. Yeah, a few seconds of ocean. Another shot of the moon. Hello, moon. And we're gonna keep walking. This is all gonna be very strange. Fishing boat out there. That's what that little light is. It's a little hazy today over the ocean. Not too much going on out there. I came out here and scared a deer out of the yard. Sorry, Bubby. You can't see her, but the witch on the bike is there. And I'll take another shot of the moon before we go inside. Night, moon. I'm gonna try and wrap this up in just a few seconds. We are decorated for Halloween. Really the whole room is my sacred space. I'm in here all the time. This is the current state of my altar, however. So there will be no unboxing done until I have cast my circle and cleaned her up. And then we will unbox the Walk Between Worlds. See you in a few minutes. Okay, hello, I'm back. The space is so much cleaner. I have pretty new lights, what I can't show you without moving my camera, but trust me, they're the little mini lights and they're really cute. And I've cleaned my altar and I'm reorganized, and I have a shutter and I have tea and I've set some intentions on the paper, and there are things I want to talk about because this is a vlog as well as an unboxing. In the interest of time, I think moving forward, I am just going to call these unboxings and not full rituals. And interestingly enough, I did find older, speaking of vlogging, I did find older source for the secrecy of these. This is in Natural Magic by Dorian Valiente. She's very well known. In fact, I went to the magic shop today, my local one, and picked up a used book on the magic of cauldrons or something. I don't know. It was used. It was $9, and I like to support the local shop, so I was in there trying to buy something besides the Amazonite that I'm also going to talk about. Anyway, that author referenced her, so very credible. And she is talking about the Order of the Golden Dawn and their original flying rolls dated in 1892. And I'm not going to read you the whole quote, but within the quote we have, whilst it is always lawful and advisable to consult with a higher adept before any important magical work, yet in every other direction absolute secrecy must be maintained, as it tends to decentralize and dissipate the force if it is talked of to others. I can't tell you how much I disagree, because for me, the force that we're talking about, nature, divinity, and the forces of the elements are infinite. There is more than enough to go around. The more you share, in fact, the more you receive. Yes, I believe that. So this whole secrecy thing, still not sitting well with me, but again, I understand the source of it. On the more you read, the more you know, right? So there's that. I also want to talk about, I want to give Derja, remember Derja? She's a little poppet. She now sits at my front door and protects the home. She's doing a very good job, but I'm behind on my offerings to her. So I want to offer her some of this. Actually is salt from this month's. Yes, I unboxed it early so I would know what I was dealing with. So I've already used the salt that we'll talk about in a little while, and consecrated some water, consecrated my hands and arms while I was redoing the altar and bringing good energy space in after I had cast my circle. And I'm now offering to Derja some salt water to have next to her. I'll take it over to her later. I'm not going to leave the camera view now, but just know that that's for Derja, and I thank her every morning, and I say goodnight to her every night, which in my world is reversed, you understand? Morning is night and night is morning. But that's okay, I understand it. So I will take that over to her in a little while. I think she got a little, I was cleaning out the last offering. It's too full. And there was a little bug in there or something, which just shows you how far behind I was in my offerings. That's not good. Anyway, thank you, Derja. Wow, really full. I thought it would sit, it used to sit. Okay, well, it's an oyster shell, so what do you want? It's being finicky. Doesn't need much, though. All right, that's good. Also today, while I was in, okay, that's just gonna have to do it for now. While I was in said magic shop, the reason I went to the shop was to pick up some Amazonite. I'm maybe saying that wrong, but it's Amazonite because it's stone from the Amazon that I read about. And one for tree and one for me. And by tree, I mean my daughter, one of my daughters, but my daughter. So she knows that I got it for her, but I want to charge it tonight. And part of this month's box is an amazing piece of yerba Santa sage, and I'm telling you, it's this huge, huge, huge piece. But I think because I live on the ocean, did you like that 2-minute dark video earlier? Way to start off the night, huh? It might be too moist, it's just not staying lit for me. But I did want to charge the stones and cleanse them before I use mine and before I give Katrina's to her. Yes, her name is actually Katrina, but we call her Tree. So the pretty triangular one is for her, going into its little bag. Yeah, like I said, she knows it's coming. I just want to charge it first. Now mostly, in case there's a question, mostly these videos are for my kids, my adults. You know, when I'm gone, they can come back and listen to me and remember me being me, as we like to say. So this one's mine. Amazonite is all about speaking your truth. Remember, we keep talking about voice, the power of my voice. My voice is my power. Drawing in courage to speak difficult truths. Calming your mind, body, and soul. And harmonizing unsteady emotions, which I've had a bunch of. I'm in the middle of a brutal 3 weeks. There's just been non-stop. So I'm taking this time for me before I go back into a 5-day work week tomorrow. I know that doesn't sound like much. To the real world, 5 days, you're like, that's what we work every day. Okay, but my 4 days are 10-hour days. 2 of those are almost always 14-hour days. And this week, this 5-day week is 3 14-hour days plus 2 10-hour days. So really it's a lot. But next week, I think more boxes are coming, but next week, my weekend, my 3-day weekend, I'm going nowhere doing nothing. I'm very excited that that's coming. So, the other thing I wanted to vlog about before we start the rest of the official unboxing is, at some point, as I said, I did cast my circle earlier off, because again, I'm trying to keep these down to a, reasonable 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes. But one of the projects I'm working on is to cast my circle and call my elements. I have little envelopes and I'm working on drawing. Remember, I'm not a very good drawer. You can't see these very well, but I'm practicing my drawings to do each of the 4 elements. And I'm going to draw them on my envelopes, and then I'm also going to do the paragraph that I'm going to use, which is coming out of another spell book. Yes, I love spell books. I'm going to handwrite my calling for that element with my own drawing of that element. And then the reason I'm using envelopes, in addition to the fact that I'm just using whatever I have around my house, is I can then put in, if I want to herb them or salt them or give them an extra charge, I can do that inside the envelope. Okay, so that's the project we're working on. Maybe you'll see the finished result some other time. That's about it for the vlogging. Let's proceed to the unboxing. Oh, one more thing, sorry. There will be a fire later. We're gonna burn the intentions, and we're gonna burn the letter from Kaiser saying I don't have breast cancer this year. Yes, folks, it is October and it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Have you gotten your mammogram today? Run out and get it now. But I am clean and healthy, and I'm going to thank the universe by burning this little piece of paper because, you know, I don't need to keep it, but I do appreciate what it says. So we're going to ritual that. Okay, so this month's Witch's Moon is a walk between worlds. And its emphasis is scrying and divination, which I have absolutely no experience with. But it comes with, again, beautiful artwork for the scrying. And, sorry, there's something in my eye. More beautiful artwork for the Blood Moon. And by the way, if you haven't gone on to Witch's Moon's Facebook or Instagram, they're running a contest. There's already 2,000 comments on just the Instagram alone trying to win a book of this artist's art. And I think there was an altar cloth and there was some stones. It's just, it's a beautiful, beautiful set. In order to win it, you have to comment, tag 3 people, and like the post. So I really had to think about the people I was going to tag, but I did do that. One of them was Tree. Hi, Tree again. I don't think I'm going to win. Again, thousands of comments already, but you know, hey, I'll spread the word. Go run over there and put your own comment in and try to win it because it really is fantastic artwork. So we have to start with the handcrafted black mirror frame with obsidian scrying disc. Now again, I have never done this myself, but this is another beautiful piece. I am going to try to do this. I have charged this under the full moon night before last for a few hours. This is the scrying disc. It sits in the triangle. And then it says, I haven't found it yet. It says, okay, that's the stuff it was wrapped in. More stuff that was wrapped in. The walk between worlds. It says there's a little stand, that's what I'm looking for. Oh, here it is. Okay, so we have a little stand. I don't know if I can do it real quick on camera. I'm not going to bore you with me meditating. I'm not sure how that works. Is there a place to keep it? Ah, yes. See, sometimes when you just look for things, they make sense, right? 2 little holes back there. One wants to go in better than the other, which is not always the case. Come on, there we go. Oh, perfect. All right, so that's gonna sit. And before I close my circle, but after I turn off the camera, I am gonna try a little scrying. All right, so this, I think, goes to start this The walk between worlds, which is what scrying and divination is, right? You're leaving this reality and projecting yourself into the other plane of existence, which they all exist at the same time, but you're just jumping into another one. Upon this night, void of light, amidst flame and smoke, I ask for sight. I stand before the looking glass, stating true and honest intent to honor the unveiling of future and past. I give all that is good my consent. Thoughts, emotions, sights, and sounds convey the symbols on this sacred ground. Okay, it goes on. I'm not going to do the whole thing, but just it comes with a card to get you started. And yes, I'm going to use that. So, cool. Look at shadow. The artwork we already talked about. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, hand rolled walk between the worlds spell candle. Now, I did intend to do the spell candle on camera. And we're already at 13 minutes, so we'll get going. Sorry, guys. Hate to rip it. I'm gonna rip it. I always end up ripping it. I don't know why I worry about it. Ooh, it's black. I think I have my green man camo holder ready to go. That is wrapped too well. I can never get that piece of tape off. Just add that to the fire, huh? The fire might be out of control. Alright, scissors. Oh my goodness. I'm sure this is all very boring for you to watch me try and... That's what happens when you do things live. Even though we planned ahead, there's always a problem. Okay, well guess what? I'm not going to burn down that far anyway. It does usually give you an incantation, which I know I did not rip out of there. Oh, was that this? No. That might be that. Purpose. Yes, I know, I'm sorry, I'm leaving. I know I'm reading quietly because I think that actually this goes with the candle. This thing that I was reading goes with the candle. The candle's been enchanted with cinnamon and clove oils and a special mixture of magical oil from their cabinet of witchery. And then talk about a candle holder, but I have a candle holder. Oh, no, I don't. That doesn't want to fit there, so we're gonna have to do it the burning it into something way. We'll burn it into this. We'll burn it into the mirror. Ha ha ha. Oh, see? Always have something ready. Always have something ready. Burn it into here. Onto the camera, onto the mirror, which I'll be able to clean later. Alright, I guess you are going to get the poem. Come on. A little more. We're melting. I know you can't see. Again, very boring. Hi, girls. Oh, that's up straight. Alright. The walk between worlds. Upon this night, void of light, amidst flame and smoke, I ask for sight. I stand before the looking glass, stating true and honest intent to honor the unveiling of future and past. I give all that is good my consent. Thoughts and emotions, sights and sounds convey the symbols on this sacred ground. And those that stand on the other side, ancestors, guides, please provide. Within these timeless moments, although it may be misunderstood, I allow my subconscious self to use the experience for the greatest good. Upon this night, void of light, amidst flame and smoke, I ask for sight, so mote it be. It's really beautiful artwork too. Really pretty. But again, I'll go into meditation after I turn off the camera. I think I can just move this to the side. That can go there. That can go there. Is that too much? Nope. Pretty good. Well, it's got to be a lot of fire here in a minute anyway. protector. Okay, proceeding with the rest of the box. This held the stone that I already took out because I had to charge it. What's next? Sorry, I'll start trying to not say The magical anointing oil. I don't think I've pulled out yet. Nope, I haven't. See. I probably should have found the candle before I started burning it. The things we learn as we go along. Okay, again, packaging we don't need. Anointing oil, which has attracting spirit guides to your scrying rituals as you anoint the edges of your frame. Magical tools will self. We'll be doing the frame later. Visualize the disappearing of physical things that stand before you, allowing you to adjust your perception and connect with the energetic field that vibrates all around you. I can't tell you how much I agree and believe in energetic fields. Quick side note, went to a conference last week, learned again, I knew it, but learned again tapping, which just go look it up on YouTube. There's tapping videos. Try and find a credible resource and guide though. But you tap into your own energy meridians in your body to help you release negative emotions. It helps you bring you down. Can help with pain, sleep, weight loss, anger, anything. So go look that up right now. Another little tidbit. Okay, so we're going to use that for the edge of the frame later. Again, I'm going to do that on my own. The Samhain Celebratory Sacred Salt. That was the salt that, again, I've already given an offering to Durja, my beloved protectorate. And I did use it to cleanse myself before I cast my circle. Love their salts. And we have the incense sticks. What do you think I did with them? I don't think I pulled them out yet. I wanted some of the stuff to come out of the box. Oh, here they are. Is that one other one done? Yes. Ooh, I had incense going earlier, but guess what? It's done because it was part stick, so I can start one of these. Yay! Copal incense. Ward off all forms of unwanted and ill-natured spirits. Yes, they do come from time to time, I know from experience. As the smoke from this incense wafts through surroundings, embrace the strong and protective energy it provides. Great to use during scrying and divinatory rituals. This allows you to tread safely into the unknown. So since I am going to do that later, we are going to start it. It's going into the beloved candle that I am currently using to burn incense, but guess what? Just tonight I bought a new incense holder that's going to hold all kinds of either stick or cone incense. But in the meantime, the beloved candle that looks like nothing works just fine. You can go in there for now. Okay, so that's now going. Scrying candle's going. I think we're almost done. I already talked about the Yerba Santa Sage bundle. Again, it's, my bad, it's just not staying lit. It's a beautiful, beautiful piece. It smells really, really, really like stronger than your run-of-the-mill sage. It smells almost like pot, not gonna lie. Like I thought I was getting high. But see, it's a huge, huge, huge chunk that they give you. And it's actually sitting in a cute little holder I got while I was at that conference in Arizona. Little candle holder. Now it's holding it. Whoops. Things that happen when you don't practice. Nothing broke, I promise. The Yerba Buena Sage clears and cleanses your sacred space. Yep, that's what I used it for. To burn during, before, during divination. The heightened psychic awareness. I did also wear the amethyst today for that reason. Breaks through earthly stresses and anxieties so that the truth, revelation, insight can come into view. Okay, and then the herbs this month are sweet wood or cinnamon. Wait a minute. There it is. Right? Yeah. Sweetwood, aka cinnamon. For it's actually basic. I have some other cinnamon somewhere I'm using for my I'm calling them wish balls that I'm giving to work, but they're really witch balls. I'm calling them wish balls, but I have cinnamon for that. I have cinnamon for everything. A lot of cinnamon. Cinnamon in my coffee. Adjust the vibration surrounding you and adjusting your spiritual attitude. And it's a stimulant. Damiana herb is producing visions while scrying or entering dream work. I'm going to be brave and make a tea of the Damiana and the cinnamon before I scry. I'll let you know next time how it goes. And then the mugwort can also be made into a tea or burned on a disc to develop and strengthen psychic abilities. So again, I'm going to try and make a tea of all three of those before I start the actual meditation and scrying after this video ends, which is going to be any minute now because we're running long. The blood moon artwork I've already shown you. The personalized oracle reading I have saved for this moment. I have no idea what it says, but you know, they meditated and selected a card for me. And so from the Making Magic deck by Priestess Moon. So let's see what wisdom it holds for me. Perseverance, the motivation to keep going despite the odds. Okay, I can't tell you how appropriate that is, because during last week's training, I have gotten some ideas to handle a situation at work. It's going to be hard. It's going to be not historically done. It's not tradition, and I work in a very traditional environment. But I'm going to persevere and make this happen. More later in a different vlog because we are running long. But I think that's it. So that's lovely. And I've actually always thought of myself as a very strong. I'm going to word it wrong. Strong in perseverance. I don't warm up to people right away, and they don't necessarily warm up to me right away, but I just am persistently kind, and then eventually we both come around and it's fine. So that's part of my perseverance character. That character got me through, among other things, a horrible childhood. Don't need to talk about that right now. And it's gotten me through other very difficult situations. So perseverance is absolutely key in my life, has always been and will continue to be. So I appreciate that they picked a good one. That's it for the unboxing. I'm going to end the video because it's A, running long, and B, the rest of the work that I'm going to be doing is super, super boring for video. As though the black part of the ocean for 2 minutes wasn't boring, like watching me meditate and trying to scry into this circle is going to be way more boring than that. But I am going to do it. And so maybe next time I'll check in and with you and let you know how it went. All right. Until then, have a blessed night and day and week and month. Practice self-care. Practice self-awareness. Take care of yourself and be safe out there.